I am your host Salim bin Muhammad Rafi, and here is my YouTube channel. I just want to let all the followers, my friends, people in the media, in the government, in the United Nations, in the World Health Organization, Human Rights Watch, International Criminal Court, and International Court of Justice. In other words, I am really talking and hoping, with the help of our Creator, the God Almighty, that we will be able, that the world will be able, that everybody, irrespective of his caste, color, religion, and geographical location, will put in every effort to defeat and get rid of this adamant, a person who is the cruelest on this earth in history will know that there was no other terrorist government would use nukes on two large Japanese cities when they had surrendered, both Nagasaki and Hiroshima, who killed millions of natives and raped their women and produced illegitimate black and white children, who used them, chained them, and the tobacco fields, in the cotton fields, who bulldozed their graves and their sacred places and occupied most of their land until they are living in Indian reserves. Both this United States of America is at the top as the cruelest nation, as the war criminal, and committed genocide after genocide in Iraq, in Iran, in Libya, in Syria, in Afghanistan, in Vietnam, and the list goes on and on and on. Now they created an illegitimate child with this. They deceived the whole world by creating the League of Nations, converted into United Nations. And when Harry Truman was just shaving and got one phone call from an illegitimate 5,000 Jews from Palestine, and he said, "Don't worry, I have recognized you and you are now a full member of the United Nations." Compare that with those bloody 48 veto powers which this terrorist has used, and unless you get rid of him, there will be no world peace. There was no need for him to go to the borders of the Russia and go to the Ukraine, and there was a part of Russia and it's been living peacefully. Now millions of the Ukrainians are refugees, and the war is a priority. They are going to lose it. Now it's the same thing which is going to happen to Taiwan. It's their internal dispute. Both are Chinese. Whether they do it as friends or they fight each other and kill each other, you stay away. But he won't. He won't. He is just such a dirty, filthy, inhuman animal that he will obviously get Australia and Japan involved and go and lit fire in that part of South Seas as well. He done that in the whole of Middle East. He's done that in Africa. He's done that repeatedly in Pakistan. And even the recent regime change, ever since that, may God burn this Antony Blinken, all the Jews with him in the White House, and burn him, this Joe Biden, who says you don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, so that there is a peace in the world, so that the kids can breathe well, so that the mothers with their small children and newborn can sleep well at night. I don't think that any American will let this continue. Why on earth is California and Texas separate and let this man commit suicide? That's what he is doing to the herd of sheep. You are paying all the taxes to
pay Taiwan, Genoa, Italy, Catalonia, Spain, Miami, Oakland, London, Athens, Greece, Detroit, Seattle, Montreal, and in dozens of other cities across the world. We will identify and blockade major choke points in the economy. We will focus on points of production and circulation with the aim of causing maximum economic impact. If one city faces police repression, other cities will extend or expand blockades in solidarity. We will not talk to the police. Solidarity is affinity, and we have each other's backs. For 75 years, Israel has operated with impunity. but the Zionist project must end now. Go to a15action.com for more information on how to plug in.
ואתה כושל היום. אתה ראש הממשלה הכושל שהיה בתולדות ישראל.
Dear citizens of America, here's some stuff that you really need to know. First of all, Jews make up less than 2% of the population of your country, but they hold every senior level cabinet position in the Biden administration except Secretary of Defense. I mean, just look at this list. And you have to ask yourself, are these people after your best interests? Are they going to do what's best for America, or are they going to do what's best for Israel? You see, the whole world knows the reality that Israel treats America like a farm. They treat you guys like cattle, like farm animals. Every single hardworking American works every day and pays their taxes. Those taxes are supposed to go to improving America and making the country better for you and your children. But instead, that money is sent overseas to Israel. America gives more aid to Israel than any other country. In 1999, the US government signed an MOU saying that they were going to pay a minimum of $2.67 billion annually for Israel for the next 10 years. That number was increased in 2009 and increased again in 2019, and now as a minimum, Israel gets $3.8 billion from the US every single year. That's $3.8 billion a year of your money, your tax money, that should be providing you with health care, should be providing you with a college education, but is not doing any of those things. Now, in addition to financial and military aid, the US also provides a lot of political support to Israel, as we've all seen. It used its veto power 42 times against resolutions condemning Israel. Now, the veto power was used a total of 83 times. 42 of those were used to protect Israel. That's more than half. So if I was an American, I would be asking myself, why am I living on this farm? Why am I allowing myself to work and sweat for my entire lifetime, as well as everyone I know and love, as well as all my children, just to send all of this money and support away to Israel?
The State of Israel shall, in conformity with its obligations under the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, and in view of the worsening conditions of life faced by civilians in the Rafah governorate, A, by 13 votes to 2, immediately halt its military offensive and any other action in the Rafah governorate which may inflict on the Palestinian group in Gaza conditions of life that would bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part. In favor, President Salam, Judges Abraham, Yusuf, Shway, Bandari, Iwasawa, Nolte, Charlesworth, Brandt, Gomez Robledo, Cleveland, Oresco, Tladi. Against, Vice President Sebutinde, Judge Ad hoc Barak. By 13 votes to 2, maintain open the Rafah crossing for unhindered provision at scale of urgently needed basic services and humanitarian assistance. In favor, President Salam, Judges Abraham, Yusuf, Shway, Bandari, Iwasawa, Nolte, Charlesworth, Brandt, Gomez Robledo, Cleveland, Oresco, Tladi. Against, Vice President Sebutinde, Judge Ad hoc Barak. C, by 13 votes to 2, take effective measures to ensure the unimpeded access to the Gaza Strip of any commission of inquiry, fact-finding mission, or other investigative body mandated by competent organs of the United Nations to investigate allegations of genocide. In favor, President Salam, Judges Abraham, Yusuf, Shway, Bandari, Iwasawa, Nolte, Charlesworth, Brandt, Gomez Robledo, Cleveland, Oresco, Tladi. Against, Vice President Sebutinde, Judge Adok Barak. 3. By 13 votes to 2, decides that the State of Israel shall submit a report to the court on all measures taken to give effect to this order within 1 month as from the date of this order. In favor, President Salam.
बड़ी खबर, वैसे तो सारी बड़ी खबरें हैं, लेकिन पहले मैं स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगा जो जर्मन के चांसलर ने हुक्म दिया है कि वो नेतन्याहू को अरेस्ट करेंगे अगर ये अरेस्ट वारंट जारी होते हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी खबर है। यूरोप नाज़रीन अपने आप को साइडलाइन कर रहा है, वो इसराइल से पीछे हट रहा है और ये सदियों पर मुहित तब्दीली है नाज़रीन जो इस वक्त आ रही है। इसके ऊपर कई वीडियोस बन सकती हैं, इसके ऊपर आपको हजारों सैकड़ों किताबें मिल जाएंगी जो इस इशू के ऊपर होंगी कि इन्होंने कैसे यूरोप की हिमायत हासिल की, ठीक है, और सदियां लगी हैं यूरोप की इस हिमायत को हासिल करने में, यूरोप के क्रिश्चियंस की हिमायत को हासिल करने में। तो अगर आज वो इस हद तक इनसे पीछा छुड़ा रहे हैं और इनके खिलाफ आकर खड़े हो गए हैं तो ये सदियों पर मुहित तब्दीली है और इससे दुनिया बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ बदलने जा रही है, क्योंकि इन दो ताकतों की हिमायत से भी दुनिया बदली थी और इनका इक़्तिदार जो है वो कायम हुआ था, ये इस ज़मीन के ऊपर आकर काबिज हुए थे। तो अगर ये आमने सामने आ रहे हैं और यूरोप इनसे पीछे हट रहा है तो फिर एक और बहुत बड़ी तब्दीली आने जा रही है। और वो तब्दीली क्या है कि ये अपने इस कब्जे को, इस कॉलोनी को, देखें ये एक कॉलोनी है, जैसे ब्रिटिशर्स आए बर सग़ीर के अंदर उन्होंने कॉलोनी कायम की, जैसे हिस्पानिया ने की, जैसे पुर्तगाल ने की, ये भी एक कॉलोनी है, इसको कॉलोनी ही समझा जाना चाहिए। तो कॉलोनीज जो हैं वो हमेशा नहीं रहती हैं। तो इस कॉलोनी की जो सबसे बड़ा सपोर्टर था यूरोप, अब वो पीछे हट गया, उसके अवाम पीछे हटे हैं और उसकी मजबूरी में जो उसके हुक्मरान हैं वो पीछे हट गए हैं। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी खबर है। एक के बाद एक मुल्क अनाउंस कर रहा था, लेकिन मतलब एक सबसे बड़ी पावर जर्मनी है और इस वक्त इसराइल की सबसे बड़ी सपोर्टर जर्मनी है, क्योंकि जर्मनी से सबसे ज्यादा असलहा इसराइल को जा रहा है। अभी जो स्पेन ने जहाज पकड़ा है आखिरी, वो भी जर्मनी से ही जा रहा था असलहा का जहाज। तो जर्मनी का ये अनाउंस करना ये सबसे बड़ी बात है। यानी नॉर्वे
फीडिंग एन एनिमल एंड ए मॉन्स्टर कॉल्ड Zionist state of Israel. Please stop it. You need it for yourself. You need it for your Medicare. You need it for to stop the food stamps. You give the food meals at the school, the breakfast at schools. Nobody should have to have a loan to study and do higher education in. And this is all over in the United States. Your roads are broken, your bridges are outdated, your railway line is in. Why on earth don't you do this thing? Why waste and why let your money go there? So this is the reason now this floating pier to carry these American boots, to have them killed again in Gaza and provide them dumb bombs and other ammunitions, so keep killing in Gaza and Rafah. Now that should be, I think, blasted off by either Houthis to go underground and then blast it off, so that there is, and the Cyprus should be ashamed. So should be the United States of America, then does not stop cheating.
यूनिवर्सल टेलीविजन को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, उसके बाद बेल बटन पे क्लिक करें और अपने कमेंट्स के सेक्शन में अपने कीमती जो ख्यालात का इजहार ज़रूर यूनिवर्सल टेलीविजन को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। उसके बाद बेल बटन पे क्लिक करें और अपने कमेंट्स के सेक्शन में अपने कीमती जो ख्यालात का इजहार ज़रूर